Hey guys, it's Mark from drybilgesystem.com. Today we're going to do an unboxing on the dry bilge system. This is what's going to show up in the mail. Little box. Open that up. You are going to end up with 6 feet approximately of lead on your pickup block. Now this is the unit that's actually going to go down in your bilge and sense water. As soon as water hits these two titanium probes, it'll fire up the pump, suck your bilges dry. The unit itself is in this tiny little box. It can be mounted anywhere. You can mount it in your cabin area or in your bilge area. It's not intended to be wet, although it's in a waterproof enclosure. It's not sealed at the bottom. So when you mount this in there, you're going to want to mount the bottom holes at the bottom. That way there, if for whatever reason water ever got to it, you splashed it with a hose, whatever the case may be, you're not going to get the board soaked. You're also going to get 6 feet of power line. This you can use, not use, it's up to you. But if you have a power source within 6 feet away, that'll work for you. And we're also including now a marine pump with this. We used to have our last system. We had a solenoid, and one pump would run the whole system, but we weren't providing the pumps. And a lot of people wanted to have a pump included with the system. So now basically if you're running 2 zones, you'll have 2 separate pumps for every unit. Cute little pump. Comes with these little rubber legs to help with the vibration. So I have a system already hooked up here, but I'm going to run you through what we're going to do. On the board itself, there is a hookup for the pump on one side on one of these little blocks here, and on the other side is the power hookup. The pump is polarity sensitive, but if you actually look on the board, it'll give you a plus and minus sign on the pump for polarity. The power going into the unit is not polarity sensitive. And then this little block over here is going to is where you're going to put your wire for your sensor. I'm going to move this over here for you. Alright, we already have a system wired up here. As you can see, we have this here onto our pickup block. And this is our power wire. Again, this is not polarity sensitive. I just have a little motorcycle battery right now hooked up to it with alligator clips to make it easy for me to show it for you guys. And then your pump connected here. That one is polarity sensitive, and so you're going to want to go positive to the far left and negative to the right. So there we go. The unit is going to read clear while it's not pumping water. And once it starts pumping water, that little digital display will start cycling. The other option that it has is if for whatever reason there's a failure, it'll read fail mode. The only reason you're going to get a failure is if your pump runs for more than 5 minutes continuously. And then it'll realize that there's something wrong, and it'll shut it off. Now, reasons why your pump will run continuously will be basically if your pump fries, for one, not likely, but your filter element. If your filter element does get clogged where it cannot suck water, it'll keep trying and trying and trying, and 5 minutes later it'll shut off. That avoids killing your batteries, avoids killing your pump. So that's the setup. Let's do a little demo for you here. Got this little clear lid to show you how this works. You're going to want to mount the pickup block in the lowest part of your bilge. And we're also going to need an outlet hose on the end of the pump. These are a bit stiff for this size of hose. This is 3/8 hose. So what you're going to want to do is heat this up with a lighter, and that'll help you be able to press it on. It's a little trick, or heat gun, whatever you want to do. There we go. Done our bucket of water so don't flood the shop here. It'll run for about 5 seconds after it doesn't sense water, and it'll just simply shut off. So there we go. That'd be a completely dry bilge. Let's do that again so you can see that up close. And it'll do that over and over and over to keep your bilges completely dry. One thing that should be done before you install the system is your bilges should be cleaned as best you can. If you have a bunch of scum and debris in your bilges, you're just going to clog up your filter element, and it's going to give you havoc. So best thing to do is take your time, clean your bilges. Once you have this installed, your bilges will never get gummy again because there's never going to be any water in there. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed.